we got the Super Pacific X1 installed. Had to bring it out here real quick to check it out real quick. But we'll come back to this at another date. This is about the install of the X1. It works. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's Super Pacific Day. They're not ready to be awake either, right? Wait, that's not, it's cardboard. That puppy tax. Let's get on the road. Gotta be there for 8 a.m. I don't want to say cheated, but I preconditioned the truck so that it could be nice and 75 whenever I get in. I like that. But we are going to see today how it fits inside there. Oh, here we go. I'm at 308 miles. See how many miles I get by the time I get down there. See what my efficiency is. So while it was a nice little 45 degrees in Gig Harbor, it's down to 35 down here in almost Portland. But it's definitely giving us the oh ho ho, you know, the Twilight song vibes going on right now. I mean, just look at that fog. We're almost there. We're making good time. Yeah, so see you guys at Super Pacific in a second. All right, here we are. I think I gotta go over to the side where the roller door is. I'm assuming. Here we are. Oh. The worst part about this morning, the autopilot didn't work. Like, I had to drive myself, so I was like, this is stupid. But, I mean, I had a Tacoma. Like, just, yeah. Like, this is just me being a little...
I mean, yeah, it's one of those, when the very next feature doesn't work, then
yeah. That might be a little low, huh? There's so many other campers just waiting for delivery now. Some cool looking color ones. Mine is... Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that it came with a yellow Super Pacific.
Oh yeah, so it matches the Rivian. This is a Rivian specific.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and you get also the yellow latches instead of blue.
Now that's cool. That's awesome right there. I didn't realize that part.
Yeah, make it stand out a little bit. We have the power is going to be right here, 2 Anderson plugs.
Yeah.
We'll plug it in here, and that'll come right to a 12 volt, and then the Truma is also connected to that.
Okay.
So it'll all be powered there. If you want a separate power, like up here, for the Truma separately, where you can run it off the battery, we can do that as well.
Okay. It's
totally on your preference. You don't want to have that operating all the time.
Because that would just work with... So I turn on the outlets, and then you'll easily be able to start up the Truma. Mm-hmm. And same with the brake light.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. So I'm giving you guys some puppy tax.
So we have these plates here.
Yep.
We'll clip right in. Actually, I think I gotta get this in first. We'll clip down in that way. Mm-hmm. Same thing on this side, okay. And all the way around. So when we land the camper, sits right on top of that.
That's nice.
Then we bolt it on.
And then you could just unbolt just the same way.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And how we tie into those is I will pull the 5 panels here.
Yeah.
And I just tie it right into it underneath.
Yeah.
And it's just easily accessible.
So is that just for the gear tunnel? We don't have anything for the bed yet, right? For the bed buttons, or like to open this?
So we do have buttons in the back.
Oh, there is one for it too?
Inside of the camper, not on the exterior.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the inside of the camper. Right back here where this plate is.
Yeah.
I'll remove it for this guy.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm right in your way. So we have this plate here.
Yeah.
We'll have the buttons for both.
Okay.
And we have a little cover plate that matches. Kind of the same thing with the tonneau, and then the tailgate. Beautiful.
I have a little spot right here just for
Yep.
So we cut everything over here on our Zoom machine.
Okay.
We will take a roll of fabric, throw it on, Santi enters the program in, and then that air-driven razor goes to work, start cutting everything out.
The thing's crazy.
Prior to having that, we used to do a lot of contractors do the cutting for us, which then resulted in waste, time spent. So bringing this in has been awesome. Make sure we can do cutting for other local sewers as well. Then from there, we go over to the sew team. and they take over the rest of the tent building. So they'll take all the pieces that Santi cuts, start stitching them together, tape all the seams, bring it all together. It takes about 6 days to go from roll to finished product.
I like that. I know. I saw the Instagram share that you guys posted. I was like, hey, that's actually unique.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool to actually see like this stuff being built here.
Yeah. We do contract out some of our other soft good accessories, like our bags and thermal puff. All that's done locally. We also contract out cutting and bending of metal and powder coat, just because lasers cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And powder coat takes a giant space to do a ton of work.
And it's messy.
Yes.
It's definitely messy.
That, and as you see, we try to keep it clean.
Yes. I have a thing on the channel that I do puppy tax. And that is ostracized pretty much from the rest of the ladies. Anybody want to give her a good home? I was like, I'm a halfway house for chickens. So,
that's awesome.
Like, she's down in something city, south of here.
Oregon City?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Easy.
gonna go check that out after this. Have a chicken driving with me. I don't have a cage. Like bare bone starting.
Yep. So once we get all the metal in, we will sort it out, hit it out, like you see those guys over there. Bring it over.
Record. I'll just do voiceover. So many like times that they were like, YouTube's like, this isn't your video anymore. Yeah. So okay, these are. Every single one is like built like this, right?
Yep. So they all have cutouts before we put the skin on it. That's what gives us the access to the rivets. And then from there we will put the final skin on it. That gets riveted down as well.
That's I know whenever Super Pacific first came out, it was just all like talking about like how it was just gonna be a well thought out process and everything like that, but actually seeing it naked like this. It's like, hold up, there's a lot that goes into it, like just different connections and everything.
Yeah, the company started like a half a block away from me.
Yeah.
And so I'd always kind of been following it. I like one day, walked in, had a newborn, a puppy, walk in and was like, what the hell is this? Like portion of the floor.
Yep.
And then your sliding portion. And then I'll get trim pieces put on it. It is a polypropylene honeycomb with a fiberglass skin.
Okay.
And then it's weighted for over 500 pounds.
500 pounds?
Yep.
Don't get any fatter. Got it.
Our custom extrusion. And Mithra over here, we'll start putting everything together. So, medical grade anodized corners. It's a multi-piece billet aluminum. All comes together. Makes a nice good seal. You got that same roof panel as the sleeping platform, a little bit thinner. And then it has a 300-pound standing weight.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no chairs.
No chairs, because it'll puncture.
Puts all the weight into the focus points.
Smalls.
Yep.
Makes sense.
And then we got the lower portions over here. The same materials, different extrusion. And that will all go to final assembly. Those guys will bolt it down to the camper and start sliding the tent in.
So here, a question that I have is, why don't I just ask the fucking question? Why is it just white just because of the material?
Thermal, so it's cooler in the summer.
Okay.
Yep. Black top would be rather hot in the summer.
Makes sense.
Especially, you know, we do have a good amount of customers in the Southwest. And so that would be brutal. So this would be the same material.
It's light.
It's super light.
See, that's nice.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all in all, the whole tent and everything's about 300.
Your whole unit would be 346.
346. Yeah.
Yep. Our largest.
Did you see that Rivian is starting to sell the? Yeah.
I knew it was a matter of time. I was like.
Yeah, it is really funny. I took the half-inch off I brought the half-inch up. It's a little, I think it's too much. Well, even with the half-inch down, it'd be closer, but I think the bracket maybe needs to almost lower, you know? Because with the bigger, did the bigger radius on it, and I think it raised it up a hair. I think if you, the top of the bracket where it's
It seems like we could take a 1/2 inch off the top of the bracket.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you lower it down to where it hits the return, wait.
Oh, yeah, like right here. That's actually a pretty decent height once you get the basket on the
Yeah,
bottom.
and if we take a 1/2 inch off the top of the bracket, how's that?
I was like, why won't this turn on? They're like, oh, more puppy tax. Hi. Yeah, what is that? Want to smell? So you guys are just ripping into it? Not ripping into it, but
Ripping into it, putting it.
mounting.
So we essentially pull the side panels off so that we can run this wire behind the panel. Comes out here, covered with aluminum
Oh, that's
tape.
actually, yeah.
Yeah. So turns that corner, all of it's shingled down, so if any water does get in, it'll run down.
Yep.
So that wire bundle runs along, and then Anthony's got one on that side that is running this gear tunnel switch.
Yep.
This one is power from the 12 volt, and then there's a gear tunnel button in that within that bundle.
And this was the thing that you said you
Yep, that's the beetle
sealed up. Beautiful.
Yeah, so water won't run down.
So I wonder, is it going to be an issue because the water will pile up here? It's not going to come along here, right?
It might come. Water will come along here
Yeah.
a little bit, but there's a seal, a double bolt, or there's a seal, like a gasket seal on the tonneau cover. Or I'm sorry,
Yeah.
on the camper that seals along the tonneau.
Okay. And so I just got to take the corners fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
To roll out of there.
I love that. Oh, you got the ball. What, do you want me to throw the ball? I'll kick the ball. Oh, wait. So these are duffel bags. They're actually modular too, which is really nice. And you can almost, you can carry it on. You said these are carry-ons, right? The duffel bags?
Carry-on compliant.
Carry-on compliant. This could potentially be my new travel bag.
And our favorite spot before was like. Make sure that your hole is going to line up on the back. So you're pressing it first. That'll go over you.
Teamwork.
Yeah, right?
I'll go this corner.
Okay.
Up there. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah. Good.
All right. Jordan, you're just going to hit first. Oh, yeah. Okay. Coming down. Fingers. So it's nice where it's flat. I guess we can slide forward pretty easily.
Yeah.
I've got.
I'll start. We need an inch.
Inch and a quarter? Yeah.
I think we're at 1 1/8 inches right now, so we're real close.
You're a little close. Bring it up to my hand.
I've got maybe an 1/8.
Same.
I'm tighter in the back.
Same.
But 1 1/8.
Hey,
So a tiny bit forward.
Okay,
pushing a quarter.
you read it an inch, so quarter and an eighth.
Okay. Drop it down.
It's just hard being that good.
It's like we've done it before.
All right. Yep. Feels good to me.
Slick.
Well then. Makes
Oh, yeah,
sense.
Fred, the straps are all the same.
You said a 60 and a 70?
Yep.
60's probably, I mean 70's probably on the
Yep.
backside. Nice. This is how everything's connected back here. All right, so here we go. We got the Truma
He's grabbing the
installed.
battery and everything, but this is already connected. It's super nice.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
So what do we have here?
So this is the control panel here.
Yes.
This dial is also a button. So to get to the main menu,
Yeah.
you're gonna click this in.
Yep.
This little RV icon is how you adjust the temperature.
Okay.
Your fan speed over here.
Okay.
This is if you want to have the Truma start at a certain time. Just if you want to wake up to a warm bed, you can have it start at like 6 in the morning. And then there is an AM and PM.
Nice.
And I believe if you do this too, it gives you a start and end time.
Okay.
So you can even have it turn off at a certain time as well. This icon here is how you adjust the time and where you'll have constant power ran to it. For the most part, you can have it and it'll set and hold that there.
Okay.
If for some reason that turns off, it'll just reset back to 12
Okay.
when it does get power back. When it's in this current state with no propane hooked up to it, you can go to the fan speed, and there's a vent mode. So it's going to pull in air at the bottom and ventilate out the top. Just kind of circulate some air inside of here.
Inside?
Yep.
Okay. Which should be nice.
That's only when it's no propane hooked up or anything like that. So next, we can get it all hooked up, the propane. On the outside, there is a quick disconnect, and we do give you one. There's an on-off valve right here, so if you see when I turn this sideways, it closes that up.
Okay.
So you need to turn it sideways to get it on, and then from there, close it up, and it allows the propane to flow in.
Nice.
If for some reason this is still left sideways, won't allow propane in.
Okay.
So let's get connected with the propane hose.
Propane and propane accessories.
Oh yeah. The one thing that's nice about this little lever too is when it does get put on and you open it, it prevents it from falling off.
Nice. So that's good. It's real good.
So at this point, we can turn on the propane. Come over here, click this, go to this RV icon. It starts at 40 degrees, goes all the way up to 86. For this purpose, I'll show you the kind of heat this thing can put out, which is pretty sweet. So the RV icon's gonna blink. The next thing we're looking for is the flame icon to blink. And you should hear the Truma click on in just a moment. So it just clicked on. Flame icon starting to blink, which means it's gonna heat up. And this is a good example. So right there, there's an emergency shut-off switch for the propane, and it was flipped to off. So if I would have left that on there, it would have thrown a code just saying, hey, I'm not receiving propane. And that's the first place to check, because that gets easily bumped. And yeah, so for the most part, it should just be left on, and it's basically for emergency purposes, so just shutting everything down. So it'll take about 4 or 5 minutes where it's on the highest setting to get heated up. And then one other thing to note is the fan speed does default to auto. The auto speed, it puts out 11,500 BTUs at the highest range. So you'll hear it, it'll crank on, it'll do its thing. And the temp sensor is right over here. So it'll fluctuate depending on what this reads. It'll slow down if it needs to, boost up again if it doesn't. Let's see, other fan speeds you got. So you have the auto, the night mode I'll show you after, once this thing heats up, does this thing, I'll show you the night mode as well. And then the boost. The boost basically just starts up and goes to the 11,500 and just kind of maintains, it doesn't adjust like the auto would. So I'll show you those as soon as this gets fired up and running. And so far, do you have any questions regarding the Truma at all?
No, that's cool.
Yeah, this thing's really slick. And for like the area, it'll heat up super quick.
So this is a propane heater, not a diesel heater.
Propane, yep.
Ah. I don't know why my brain was diesel heater, but it's cool that it's propane.
Yes. Super
Because
nice. And you can use it for, if you have like, your little camp stove.
Yeah.
Same type
Just
thing.
plug it right back in.
Right back in.
Yeah. Nice. I can actually probably mount a bottle.
Yep, definitely.
Nice. You touched it?
Yeah, I would have put my hand there and it clicked on. So there's one other fan speed that'll click on just a little bit higher than this in just a second.
I mean, one nice thing too. Well, can we pump it to the top? Or is the heat just going to raise?
Yeah, it's just going to kind of circulate. So what's nice, it'll hit over there. With the doors closed, it'll kind of circulate. And Pete, the owner, he was saying when he took it out to Mount Hood to go snowboarding, he was saying wasn't sure if it's like a placebo effect, but he thought he could feel the heat, through this, like while he's in his in his sleeping bag and stuff. So I think it'll just rise naturally and should be solid.
Yeah.
This is the auto. If you want to hop in there and kind of feel that. Oh, yeah, right there too.
Yeah.
So with that being the auto, like I said, it fluctuates depending on what it reads here on the temp sensor. If you want to adjust it, just go over here, night mode. Pretty quickly shuts down. You don't gotta talk loud anymore. It's normal voice. And this will maintain the heat very well, I think.
How much does it burn? Like, say, like, will it eat the entire bottle?
No. So again, Pete took one up to Mount Hood.
Yeah.
He was able to use the propane for cooking and the heater all weekend. He said it was fine.
Nice. Cool. What was that?
Oh, it's just slowing down, going back to the night mode. Off. You're gonna go back to the RV icon and just scroll down until you get to off. That there, it is off. And as you saw before, the screen just dims when there's power connected to it.
Yep.
So when you want to turn power or the screen off as well, hold it for about 5 seconds, and it'll turn off. And what's nice is while the trim is still doing its little cool down, it'll keep the off on the screen. So this so you're aware, hey, I'm still doing my thing. Once it finishes, it'll blank that out.
Okay. Nice. So here we go. We haven't popped the top yet, but we will in a second. You enjoy my last box? Is it really comfortable? I'm glad.
Killing GoPro with it too.
Yeah.
Starting up front, you got lash points. These are how we raise and lower the camper. They are super, super strong built aluminum. All the corners as well as your hinges are medical grade anodized, so it will not fade from UV over time. Stays true black. Hanging a hammock from these, tying things off, no problem. It'll take the weight. There you have drainage points up top. So any water accumulating on the roof will drain out there, as well as 2 drainage points underneath.
That might get you whenever you get out of the car.
I always warn people, if your significant other is leaning in, don't open the top while she's here. Drainage underneath, so when the camper is open, any water that comes down into there, into our drainage system, will feed out the front or the back.
Cool.
From there, you have T-track all the way around the camper. So you have 1 on the roof, 1 on the upper, 2 on the lower, underneath, as well as on the inside of the clamshell itself. So plenty of places to mount, whether it's solar, radio antennas, lights, all that stuff.
We're going to kit this thing out.
Yeah. You got plenty of space to do it. If you do end up doing solar or antennas, lights, stuff like that, you can run that wire around, and then depending on the gauge, it can feed into that T-slot there and feed into one of the 2 pass-through ports on the cab side of the camper.
Nice.
If you're running wires through there, just make sure you use a grommet or a membrane, help minimize water and dust intrusion, and keep it all nice and tight. Those will feed into this first cutout on both sides, pop them out, and run your wire through. From there, you can feed it all the way around the camper to whatever you need.
Cool.
You have adjustment points on your doors, so you can either raise or lower the
For
height of
awning,
your door.
in case.
Awning, or for non-Rivians, lift or whatnot, you can always reach. Get it set straight.
Non-Rivians.
Yeah.
I like it.
Non-Rivians exist too, they matter.
Listen, without them, we wouldn't be.
Yes. You got eyelets all the way around on your doors, so hanging door bags, you can run straps through them, hard mount to them. Gives you a great way to use the space there with that nice...
Little suggestion that I said, have a table come out here.
We've talked
Like,
about it.
hook it up from
Yep.
back here, just a simple, like even if it's one of those molly panels,
Yep.
to hook it.
Over.
Yeah.
Hard, we've discussed it.
Good.
I'm pushing on it.
I'll take the 10%
Yeah.
now. Okay. Thanks.
Right here you have your interior door releases. So
Okay.
that cable comes out, you just push
Press
in,
it up.
and that will pop that latch open.
So you can open it while you're inside the tent.
Open it from the inside, boom, both sides, door goes open.
Cool.
And then you have an interior door lock right here.
So that someone can't just pop it.
Yep. So you can lock it from the inside, and that will lock out the handle,
Yeah.
but it won't impede on function of the latch itself.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah, so you can
I
always...
was wondering about that. Like, what if you're inside your camper, all buttoned up?
Yep.
Somebody could just come open it and be like, I'm taking
Hey,
you.
what you
Yeah,
doing?
oh,
Yeah.
hey. Mm.
So you can, one, if it's locked, you can
Yeah.
always get out if
Yeah.
you need to without having to fumble with the lock. Two, you can, if you're headed out to do something, keys are already in the pack. I forgot to lock it.
Yeah,
Click, close it. No
got it.
problem.
Okay.
Doors are designed to slam,
Not that side.
so firm closing.
Yeah,
Don't
got it.
Fold. Or, helps if I...
I got it, I think. Yes.
The amount of times I do this.
I will say it's so gratifying, like this opening and closing. It's like perfect.
Yeah. So with the keys,
Yep.
there's a number etched onto the key.
We're
That
not
number's
showing
on
that.
file on the system.
Got it.
That way, if you ever need more, we can supply you with more.
Beautiful.
It is a very satisfying click.
That's lock.
Locked.
Unlocked.
Neutral. Unlocked.
Redo it. Do it again.
So you have
Yeah.
locked.
Oh.
Back to neutral.
Yep.
Unlocked.
You'll know.
Yep.
And then, such a good pop. I remember that the event that you guys had. I tested. I was like, this is wonderful.
And then the other nice part is whether you have a early morning or late night, don't want to make a bunch of noise, or you have someone still sleeping,
Nope.
you can soft close. So 2-stage latch. First stage there gives you a nice little gap, good for self-venting. And then you find the 3 rivet point at each latch and give it a little push.
3 rivet points. Boom. Look at that. Okay.
Side note, one thing I always recommend to people, we're all conditioned to not slamming doors. So as you get used to it, give it a tap. If you hear the rattle,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good. Rivian owners slam doors because our doors are heavy.
yeah. But it's one of those, like, sometimes you're like, oh, I got it.
I have a
understand.
I have a friend like that. She refuses to slam.
Well, we've all been yelled at for it, at least
Yes.
once. It always amazes me it's not powered up.
It pisses me off.
Like, really?
Of all things.
Everything else?
Would you look at the jacket? Hey, look here, little supermodel. Sorry.
Words.
Sorry, puppy. Okay. So the tailgate has to shut first before you shut the top.
Yep.
Okay.
But if you were to do... So you can still do that.
Yes.
But if you were to go to close it, it will
So you have to open up the top again,
open the door and close
Yeah.
the tailgate.
which could be an issue if you forget the key. Actually, it won't be an issue because you can still open it from.
Yeah.
Okay.
So same thing. So you have, the rear door has all the same function. Adjustment points, eyelets, lock,
Yeah.
releases. Main
So-
difference, rear gasket here is adjustable.
Okay.
So it's slotted. So if you do decide you want to loosen that up, give it less pressure,
Yeah.
that way that can open freely, or whether you don't like how much force there is to open it.
Got it. Okay.
Usually call it weather dependent.
Call it what?
Weather dependent.
Weather dependent. Got
Whether or
it.
not you want to loosen that up and
Weather or not.
Yeah.
On the weather.
Um,
Weather. I like it.
Inside here,
Yep.
slider window,
We're cleaning the back window because dust will get back there.
extra airflow.
Okay.
So in the summertime, getting some venting going.
Yep.
And then, fun part is 2 tabs there.
Oh, does it pop out?
It is a full removable window.
Nice.
Yep, so it's not hinge, it's a full remove,
Uh-huh.
and that gives you full access to your,
If you
Clean
need
your
to
window,
get to the
yeah.
can, no, yeah, cool.
or
Oh,
a ton of extra venting.
beautiful.
That will just rest on the ledge. There. And then clip. Clip.
Okay.
On the inside, you have lash points high and low in all 4 corners. And then all the plates in the corners are removable. So if you're running wires through, you can see where you're going. And you can also add extra gauges or extra sockets or 12-volt accessories.
Got it.
We sell these plates with holes.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes it easy, so you have to gas on grilling. From there, you got M6 threaded groove nuts throughout the entire camper. So for mounting molly panels or doing any sort of a build out, it gives you tons of options for mounting stuff up.
Doc, it's like a rifle. You could just kit it out all
Yeah.
the way now.
Yeah, it's all depends on how you need it and what you plan on doing.
With propane heater.
With the propane heater.
Dude, I don't know why I kept calling it a diesel heater, just because I'm so used. I was like, how are you guys I was like, why is it so much cheaper? Like, your diesel heater is like $100 and my propane is $2,500. I thought it was just a fancier one, but no, it's propane.
It's like a furnace.
Yeah.
It's like your home propane furnace.
Instead of like a diesel heater.
Yeah.
Got it. Some JP8 fill-in.
Yeah.
No. Cool.
That's pretty much it on the lower. Anthony went over. You have access for all your buttons.
Yep.
Open gear tunnels, your tunnel cover, and tailgate, and power there and there. Charging port there.
Beautiful.
And that is it on the lower. Any questions?
No. I think this is like the big part, though. It's like being able to see the opening of it.
Yeah.
Hold up. Vedness. Okay.
So on the latches here,
Yeah. Pull
Open.
up. Both
Open.
sides. Okay. Oh, wrong color. I'm joking.
I already checked.
Okay.
You got your X-Pit mattress bag.
Beautiful.
Has
Is a
your
mattress already in there?
Yep, mattress already in there.
But it's not inflated.
Not inflated.
Okay.
Has a hand pump and a patch kit in here.
Okay.
Makes a great storage or a laundry bag for long trips,
Yep.
or it goes with all the other storage bags.
Exactly
In
where
another
mine
closet,
is,
in a
yeah.
closet
Mhm.
somewhere. Passive handles are easier to remove while you're standing out here. You got your hook side and your flat.
Are those? Are they able to actually? They hook on the inside too,
Yep,
right?
they hook on the
Okay.
inside. And so hook side there
Yeah.
will feed into those slots.
That opens so nice too, and so fast.
These hook into any of those little cutouts
Yeah.
throughout the entire camper.
Haha. Fancy.
We've also had customers mount collapsible legs on them and make them little tables. So when you're in the back, you have a little kitchen table or dining room table. Or if you're doing a build out, you can use that as the topper if you were to do open style tray. Then that way you can always use other things. You don't necessarily have to have a lid on it, but if you're hanging out, that can now become your bench seat.
Okay. I am like astounded. This is amazing. Okay.
Open it up.
Yep.
The nice thing with the Rivian is huge tailgate,
Yeah.
so plenty of room to get in. And in you go.
And in we go. And you said that holds 500 pounds, right?
500 plus pounds.
Do not get fat. Got it.
Helpful
Sure.
tip for rolling up your screens
Yeah.
over your door. Start the halfway point
Yep.
and roll from there.
Got it. That's some good air.
Yeah.
That's some real good air. And then even the pop outs too. For the vents up top. Oh, that's a good zipper.
YKK zippers all the way around.
You guys know YKK zippers.
Oh yeah. If you don't, you got the wrong pants.
Schoolhouse trauma coming back. Why does yours say Kmart? That was easy. Yeah,
That's the plan.
that's a nice setup. But I like the fabric. The fabric is like a lot of our tents, a lot of our military tents were something similar.
Yep.
But this feels a little bit more waxier.
Yep. So it's an acrylic coated canvas.
Yeah.
And it's coated on both sides.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. And that's good.
Yeah.
Because it should be a lot more waterproof in comparison to,
Others.
yeah.
So that way, if you do get any condensation in here, it will actually run down opposed to.
I'm coming up.
Coming up.
Oh no, just right here.
Oh.
Oh, oh my knees.
Yeah. Take the knees.
Okay. Well, we are two grown men We're not fitting right here.
Oh, we do.
Oh, we could.
do, yeah.
We could. But look at how big that is. That's like what she said. Excuse me. Childhood.
So
Yeah.
one of the great parts too is this slider here is on two 45-degree angles. So when
Okay.
you give it a push, it slides forward and opens it up into living room mode.
Living room mode is amazing, especially if you're in here while it's raining or whatnot.
Yep.
You can easily still cook you some food down there. Or
Absolutely.
whatever. Just
Or
hang
if,
out.
you know, you're out with multiple people and they don't have the best setup. Throw a couple of camp chairs in here. Still have room for.
Yeah, I was like, even in there,
Someone
you
hang
could
out
just
up
sit.
here.
Yeah.
Fold
That's.
this into a couch even. A little bit of air in there.
Okay.
And gives you a spot to hang out.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's useful.
Yeah.
Well designed.
With our gear loft, I've hung my iPad in here with my kids, and we've been at the beach, parked on the beach,
And they would
watching a
just be
movie
chilling.
in the rain. Yeah.
Pacific Northwest Beach.
Usually
Rain, yeah.
Usually.
This is. What is this?
That is a little webbing piece for the rear cord. So that is a tether fit through there, anchors it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
So you have your interior T-track.
Yep.
It runs around the entire perimeter of the roof there.
And we can mount stuff to that.
So that holds our crossbar, support for the extrusion, and then also holds the shock cord, which puts tension on the tent, helping both in the wind, minimize flapping, and then when you close up, it'll help pull everything in and cut the tucking you have to do in half.
Nice.
Also, we mount the thermopuff roof panel in here,
Yeah.
and then the gear loft can be mounted in here as well.
So if you have the thermal first, what if you put the?
Gear loft will go in there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, so great little feature.
Very thankful, thoughtful. Words are hard for
Yeah.
me. I should.
It's been a long day.
I feel like I've been up for like 10 hours. Almost.
Not quite.
Almost. Maybe.
You have vents integrated throughout the entire tent.
That looks like it just rips off, but it doesn't.
Nope.
Oh, it can fold into itself. Hold up. Can I
into
zoom into that?
itself. Yeah.
Oh, I can. I did it.
Folds back down and
Yeah.
velcros onto itself at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can unbuckle, cinch these little lash points down,
Uh-huh. And then buckle together. And then that pops it out.
pops out that fiberglass bat.
Oh,
on
that
the
up
backside.
there is a vent too.
Yep.
Like vent.
Yep.
Like the same mesh.
Yep. So it's
also a
screened,
bug
so you're
mesh.
not getting bug. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true no seam mesh. That way you're not getting any bugs in, and then gives you access to everything.
Would you just look at that? Nice.
Other great part is it is adjustable.
That's interesting.
Break it down.
Dude, I did.
We always recommend venting just because you do have a heavy duty material.
Yeah.
For season tent. So the more venting you have, the less condensation you get,
Which is good.
which is good.
Yeah. But at the same time, the propane here is going to also help
Try
too.
with that, yeah.
I want to
But
see
say
if
in
I.
the summer,
Mhm.
you know, when time when you're not running the heater,
Yeah.
still always want to vent.
Got it.
More mouth breath you have in here,
The more
vent you want.
condensation.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have
It'll get
vents
bad.
on both sides, and then 2 vents
On the
at
back.
rear,
Oh.
controlled by 1 bat.
Oh. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prolonged storage, bring the vent covers back down, just so they don't pinch the crease if you're not using it for a while. And then before you close up, you always want to remember to
Undo that. And it just automatically just goes right back.
Yep, and it'll sink back in, just so you don't get that fiberglass batten stuck in the pan shell when you pull the roof down.
But you don't want to break that.
Yep.
Got it.
And you totally leave it like this, set and forget. That way, when you go to get in next time, you don't have
Just
the
plug it right
adjustments
back
and
in.
stuff. Also, I like doing it. It gives you the visual cue when you're up at the back closing up. You can look for the lightning bolt
Got it.
on the sides, make sure you're good, and pull it in.
We didn't adjust that. That's why it's still closed. Got it. Very. Stop saying very. What the fuck?
Super.
Super duper. It's a super duper, super Pacific camper. It's not Atlantic, it's Pacific. Alright.
One of the other nice features is that vent cover
Yeah.
comes all the way down along the side here. So when you close up your storm door,
Uh huh.
it provides a protective sleeve from any
For it?
sort of dust or water intrusion there.
Oh. I feel like those little aliens from Toys. The claw.
The other nice part too is it'll help sandwich those zipper pulls.
Yeah.
In between the two layers, so it cuts down on zipper jingle.
Okay.
You have a lower zipper, runs the length of the bottom, if you need it.
Okay. In case like you really.
Again, wind's blowing one
Yep.
way, it's downright nasty out.
Yep.
Or you just need that little extra bit of privacy.
Got it. Yes.
Generally, I like leaving the bottom undone.
Just for extra.
Extra airflow. Also, middle of the night, honey, what was that? Or the old man peek
Yeah.
out.
What do you
See
do?
what's going on.
Just do some cutouts right
Yeah.
there, just for my eyes.
Yep.
Down. Goodbye.
So it will zipper straight down on the sides.
Okay.
And
We're
then
not even
this
seeing
little
anything.
toggle piece.
We see hands. Oh, goes in right there.
Yep.
Okay.
And ties down. And that will minimize any flapping in the wind. Anchor that down for you. Nice overhang there. Keeps any weather from coming up and in.
Yeah. Got it.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I think that's so. Is this the reason why you guys have like these right here for potential?
Yep. Future
Nice.
accessories.
Yeah, you could just do a T with. Oh, nope. I can already see how. You're like you look like one of the Muppets right now. Yeah.
I was going to be the grumpy old guys in the
Yeah,
balcony.
that's it. So now you're mounting.
Mounting hardware for the installation kit.
That just went into the T-track. Super simple.
Yep. So we got spring-loaded nuts that'll feed into the T-track.
Mm-hmm.
And then the roof panel will feed into these ladder locks.
Nice.
I always like closing the screens before I close up. Kind of gets rid of some of the extra material,
Yeah.
but the doors can be left
Open.
on the open side.
And then put those back.
The plastic panels always go back in.
Yep.
And then you never want to grab from the front where you have your zippers and mesh.
Yeah.
Always want to go solid radius corners. High up as you're comfortable with,
Got it. Oh, I was wondering how you pull it down. I'm short.
which in that case, totally fine too.
Yeah.
Fine if you.
I like it.
We've also had customers add our latch points in here and then hook a strap or leash to, and that way you can just
Open and close.
pull down.
Oh, see, that's smart.
Grab that vent cover,
Yeah.
high and tight,
Yeah.
bring it down to where you can get your arm.
And you want to do that for both
Both
sides.
sides. Try not to lift it once you tuck one side, because it'll start to release. Grab that vent cover again, tuck it in, make sure you got the middle.
And now we're good.
And now you're close.
And now we got these.
Now you got these. So we have locks that'll fit into those rear lash points.
Mm-hmm.
They are key to light, come as a set of two.
Mm-hmm.
And you just twist it loose. And feed it through.
That's nice. So that no one can use that as an easy point to get in.
Exactly. You never walk out and go, why is my tent popped up?
Yes.
We do always recommend locking both sides.
A goodie box.
Yes. So you get a card here, has your launch code and launch date.
I was so close to 13. I need to be 1337. I'll come back. I'll come back.
We'll get you. And
Got
then
it.
warranty info.
Got it. Is that coffee?
That is our own special blend.
Oh.
A QR code.
Yeah.
Will give you any service instructions.
Okay.
And then you got patch, stickers, bandana.
This is good. I'm gonna put the bandana on the dog.
Yeah.
I watched this thing pretty much get put together today. This man is a beast. So here we go. All the way fully installed. I am actually pretty happy with it because I thought maybe the tint would be a little bit glossier, but it's not, and it works very well with my matte. And then the yellow accents, near perfect. And so we are going to go charge up, get some food, and then go get a chicken and go home. They're taking some photos. All right, puppy. I'm taking your bedding away. I'm so sorry, okay? I'm so sorry. I appreciate you guys.
Likewise.
To round it up, I am losing a bit of mileage if I go above 70 to 75. Going down to Portland, it's 70 miles per hour down that way. And to not, be in people's way, you go 75, right? But, did I just admit to something? I did not. You didn't see this or hear this. That being said, around 60 miles per hour, it's fine. Still a little bit under 2, but I've been under 40-degree weather the past 2 days. It's to be expected to have really crappy range. Can't wait till the summer. We'll have better range numbers for everybody to look at. But if you're wanting to check it out and you're here in the Pacific Northwest, just let me know. Especially if you have a Rivian, I will show you it. Yeah, she's a beauty. And with that propane heater, I'm going to be able to be out here all the time, even whenever it's icy cold out. Oh, this is such a wonderful camp spot. Would you just look at this place? In the summertime, this is all empty, so you can drive out there and have a camp spot if you need it out there too. But, man, would you just look at her? You guys have a great day.